In today's quick chip tutorial video, we're going to learn how to set up our universal loopers in our Headrush units so we can lay out different sounds and textures by changing the rigs in the looper. Because of the different outputs and inputs on the units, there's a few little tricks to know how to configure your looper correctly, but let's jump in and get started with the Flex Prime first. Okay, let's jump in and get the looper set up on the Flex Prime here. So first and foremost, we need to open up the looper by holding in the second foot switch. Okay, secondly, we need to come down and make sure we've got source selected. Okay, we've got two options, pre and post. If the unit is set to pre, it's going to place the universal looper at the beginning of our signal path. So every time we change rigs, that looper is going to run through that different rig. To place the unit and get the desired result we're after today, we need to make sure that is set to post. So that's going to place the universal looper at the end of our signal chain. So everything we played beforehand, we're capturing that sound, and when we switch rigs, that's going to give us the result we're looking for. All right, let's jump in and check out how to do this with the different outputs on the Headrush Core and the Headrush Prime. Okay, so to make the adjustments on the Headrush Core, we come down first step and access the looper via the fourth foot switch there. Secondly, we then need to come down and select our source, and then the next thing we need to think about is what output we're using. Are we using the 1/4 inch output, so the guitar lead, or the XLR output straight to the front of house or to a sound card? So jumping back in our case here, we've got the 1/4 inch out here, and we just need to make sure that we've got that set to 1/4 inch out. So that's going to place the looper position, the signal chain, at the end of the path. So if we had it set to say guitar in or mic in, what that's going to have is it's going to be placing the looper at the beginning of the signal path, which is what leads people to issues when they're looking at wanting to loop something, but they just keep, every time they change a rig, what they've looped runs through the next rig. So you need to make sure it's set with the correct output, either XLR or 1/4 inch out. So the good thing about this, compared to the Headrush Prime, it's identical. So exact same inputs and outputs on the larger unit there. So make sure it's set to the correct output you're using on that unit. If you've got any other looper related questions, leave those in the comments below. Also, if you haven't checked out the full tutorial I've done on the loopers on the Flex Prime, the Core, and the Big Daddy Core, the flagship, those will be in the description below. My name is Ryan Wyatt. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you all next video.